The eighth day of the sixth regular session of the 21st Congress will now come to order. May we all bow our heads for a moment of silent prayer. Okay, Chief Clerk, roll call.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Aritos,
Yes.
Senator Christian, Senator Figuer,
Yes.
Senator Colan,
Yes, ma'am.
Lord Leader Harper,
Amen.
Senator Gunman,
Hey.
Vice Speaker Moses, Senator Nath, Senator Palig, Senator Perman, Senator Romalo,
Amen.
Senator Urusmal, Senator Wali,
Yes.
Speaker Simina.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, we have 12 members that are present.
We do have a quorum to transact business this morning. Okay, next item is reading of the journal for Leader Harbert.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and good morning to you and all honorable members, as well as our staff and those who are observing our session by whatever means they have and wherever they are. Move to dispense with the reading of the journal.
Second. Has been moved and seconded that we dispense with the reading of the journal. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. We now dispense with the reading of the journal. Next item, Chief Clerk.
The next item is item 5, presidential communications. We have two, and they are numbers 211-485 and number 211-486.
Chief Clerk, assign those. Next item.
I have some Supreme Court communications, none at the moment, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
Item 7, member communications, none also, Mr. Speaker.
Next.
The next item is item 8, departmental communications, none, Mr. Speaker. Item 9, agency or governmental authority communications, none also, Mr. Speaker. And item 10, state communications, we are in receipt of numbers 211-50 to number 211-52.
Okay, assign those, Chief Clerk. Short recess.
somebody.
Congress is back in session. Assign those communications under state communications. So next item.
State Supreme Court communications, none at the moment, Mr. Speaker.
Continue.
Item 12, municipal or town communications, none also. And item 13, foreign government communications, none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, we're now on our order of the day. Item 14, standing committee reports. Do we have any, Chief Clerk?
Short recess, Speaker.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Conference is back in session for reasons that we've discussed. We will, if there's no objection by members, we will move on to item 15, special committee reports. Do we have any, Chief Clerk?
Mr. Speaker.
Okay, next item.
For the next item, item 16, for assignment of measures and communications, kindly refer to referral sheet number 21-126.
Okay, Chairman and members, review that for your planning purposes. Next item.
Item 17, unfinished business, none, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, we're now on the bill calendar. That's item 18, first bill, Chief Clerk.
For bill calendar, the first bill is CB number 21-267 for first reading. CB number 21-267 is a bill for an act to amend Title 19 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia annotated by amending Section 613 thereof for the purpose of providing seamen on national vessels a non-taxable $10 a day at sea benefit and for other purposes.
Okay, Chairman Cullen. Move for passage, first reading.
Move for passage for second reading.
First reading.
Oh, we already did first reading.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Okay, so let's go back. Congress is back in session. Chairman Coolen, restate your motion for passage.
Mr. Speaker, I move to pass first reading on the said bill.
Second. Has been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CP number 21-267. Discussion. Any discussion?
Speaker.
Yes, Florida Robert.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just a very small question. Are the crews on our national-owned and operated vessels like Voyager and Navigator receiving overtime? Are they or not?
My understanding, they're not. They're not getting overtime, but we're getting a different measurement of hours, number of hours that they're getting. That's set by the articles of what do you call it? Shipping or something. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Speaker, I thought,
Any other discussion? Continue discussion.
Speaker.
Chairman Romulo?
question. Yes, Speaker, they do have overtime, but with the different hours, so it's an excess of the hour. It's not the regular 80 hours. The maritime, they have a different hours that they. So what excess of that, it's their overtime. Thank you.
Okay, so any further discussion? If none,
Speaker.
there's no action. Chairman Fikir?
Yeah, and are the amendment gonna include the surveillance vessels?
It's a good question. What is it? Senator Christian, we'll leave it to Senator Christian to figure out an amendment to see if that's included. We'll discuss it when the amendment.
As I said, Speaker, we will allow the bill to go on first reading as is, and then work on amendments and expansion or restrictions when it comes before second reading is offered.
Okay, so that's okay. Any further discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So we will vote by roll call of members, first reading. Yeah. Chipper?
Senator Aritos,
Yes.
Senator Christian, Senator Christian, Senator Figueroa,
Yes.
Senator Colon,
Yes.
Floor Leader Harper, Floor Leader Harper, Senator Conman,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Moses, Senator Net, Senator Padlock, Senator Perman,
Yes.
Senator Romulo,
Hey, Mike.
Senator Uruzamal, Senator Wali,
No.
Speaker Simina.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, we have 11 members voting for the said bill.
For that reason, CP number 21-267 has passed Congress on first reading. Next bill.
The next bill under the bill calendar is CB number 21-349 for second and final reading. CB number 21-349 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 20-125 as amended by Public Laws numbers 20-135, 20-146, 20-157, 20-179, 20-189, 21-06, 21-40, 21-59, 21-89, 21-96, 211-141, 211-155, and 211-217 by amending Section 4 thereof to change the use of certain funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of the state of Pohnpei and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 21-349. Discussion. Any discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. Let's vote by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk.
For the state of Chuk, Chairman Aritos.
Yes.
State of Pohnpei, Chairman Perman.
Amen.
State of Koshai, Chairman Wali.
Yes.
State of Yap, Chairman Figure.
Rules. Yes.
Mr. Speaker, all four states voted for.
CP number 21-349 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Okay, next bill. My apology to Chairman Figueroa. I forgot to designate you, but that's no brainer. You're the only member from YAP remaining in session. Okay, so continue, Chief Clerk. Next item. Next bill.
The next bill under the bill calendar is CB number 211-351 for second and final reading. CB number 211-351 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 211-201 as amended by Public Law number 211-219 by amending Section 3 thereof for the purpose of changing the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund priority infrastructure projects and other public projects and social programs for the people of Koshai State and for other purposes.
Okay, Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 21-351. Any discussion? Chairman Romulo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and good morning to you. I wish to offer a floor amendment which has been linked to the said bill and move for adoption of its amendment.
Second.
That's been moved and seconded that the offered for amendment to CP 21-351 by Speaker Semina as offered by Chairman Romulo be adopted. For Leader Harbor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Move to suspend any relevant rule that may impede our action, especially the rule that prohibit substantial amendment on second reading.
Any second? Any second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the relevant rules, specifically the rules prohibiting substantive amendments on second and final reading, be suspended. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. The relevant rules are now suspended. So let's discuss the offered floor amendment. Any discussion on the offered floor amendment? If
Speaker.
not, yes, Floor Leader Harbor.
Speaker, I do support the amendment, but the only hesitation I have is that I'm afraid budget or finance and administration will keep, holding my PCDs because of your amendment. So I hope my PCDs will not further be delayed because of your no amendment to the bill.
Short recess subject to call of the chair. discuss it first, huh? Okay. It's up for discussion?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought.
Question.
Conference back in session. We now are discussing the proposed for amendment. Any discussion? If
Move for
not,
the previous question.
okay, if there's no objection, discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of adoption of the offer for amendments to CP 21-351, say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. We now have CD1. Any further discussion on CD1 of CP 21-351? Any discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So we will vote by roll call of delegations. Kipper,
State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos.
Yes.
State of Pohnpei, Chairman Perman.
Amen.
State of Koshai, Chairman Wali.
Yes.
State of Yap, Chairman Figure.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, all 4 states voted for the said bill.
for that reason, CP number 21-351 CD1 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
The next bill under the bill calendar is CB number 21-353 for second and final reading. CB number 21-353 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 20-178 as amended by Public Laws numbers 21-01, 21-07, 21-36, 21-53, 21-56, 21-102, 21-115, 21-137, 21-165, 21-178, 21-200, and 21-218 by amending Section 4 and 6 thereof to change the use and allotment of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Pohnpei State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 21-353. Discussion. Any discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. Let's vote by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk.
For the State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos.
Yes.
State of Pohnpei, Chairman Perman.
Amen.
State of Koshai, Chairman Wali.
Yes.
State of Yap, Chairman Figure.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, all 4 states voted for.
CP number 21-353 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Next bill.
The next bill, and currently the last bill under the bill calendar, is CB number 21-354 for second and final reading. CB number 21-354 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 21-43 as amended by Public Laws numbers 21-54, 21-71, 21-82, 21-103, 21-107, 21-158, and 21-186 by amending sections 4 and 6 thereof to change the use and allotment of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Pohnpei State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 21-354. Discussion. Any discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote. Roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk.
State of Chuk, Chairman Aritas.
Yes.
State of Pohnpei, Chairman Perman.
Amen.
State of Koshai, Chairman Wali.
Yes.
State of Yap, Chairman Figure.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, all four states voted for the said bill.
CP number 21-354 has passed concourse on second and final reading. Next bill.
Speaker, short recess.
Second.
There are no more bills, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, there's an object, short recess. Subject to call of the chair.
Speaker, I found
Bills for reconsideration. Then take on the
Let's
new
do
bill.
the reconsideration.
Second session, Chief Clerk, any other bills?
There are no more bills, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, Vice Speaker Moses, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I apologize for my oversight. There was something that some local governments needed that were in one of the previous bills that was just passed on second reading. So I would like to ask that Congress reconsider CB number 21-249.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that Congress reconsider its action on CP number 21-349. 349. Okay, this is not subject to debate. Requires the number of votes for passage as on second and final reading. Okay, sure, yes. Back in session, so we will vote by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk, call the roll for reconsideration.
For reconsideration of CP number 21-349, State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos.
Yes.
State of Pohnpei, Chairman Berman. State of Korsay, Chairman Wali.
Yes.
State of Yap, Chairman Figure.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, all four states voted for the reconsideration.
Okay, the motion to reconsider our main action has been adopted. So we will now work on CP number 21-349. Okay, motion for passage. Chairman Figure.
Move for the passage of the bill on second and final reading.
second.
Has been moved and seconded that Congress pass on second and final reading CP number 21-349. So discussion, Vice Speaker Moses.
Thank you, Speaker. On page On page 6, on line 10 and 11, sub-item M, where it says landfill materials for public parking at the Nanu Community Center, delete that in its entirety and insert Saladak Road repair and paving in lieu thereof. I so move, Mr.
Second.
And on the Alati portion of that should be the Pompey Transportation Authority. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that the offered oral amendment to CP 21-349 be adopted. The relevant rules are still suspended up to this point. So discussion on the offered oral amendment. Any discussion? If not, if there is no objection, discussion is closed. So let's vote those in favor of adoption of the offered oral amendment by Vice Speaker Moses to CP 21-349, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. The offered oral amendments are adopted. We now have CT1. Any further discussion on CT1?
Question.
Discussion? If none, there is no objection. Discussion is closed. Let's vote by roll call of delegations. Chief Clerk.
For the State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos.
Yes.
State of Pohnpei, Chairman Berman.
Amen.
State of Koshai, Chairman Wali.
Yes.
State of Yap, Chairman Figure.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, all four states voted for the said bill.
For that reason, CP number 21-349 CD1 has passed Congress on second and final reading. Okay, next bill.
Speaker.
Chairman Berman.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'd like to do a motion to reconsider 21-353. So move.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that Congress reconsider this action on CP number 21-353. This is not subject to debates, so we will vote by the same number of votes required for passage on second and final reading. We will vote by delegations. Chief Clerk, call the roll.
For reconsideration of CP number 21-353, State of Chuk, Chairman Aritos.
Yes.
State of Pohnpei, Chairman Berman.
Amen.
State of Koshai, Chairman Wali.
Yes.
State of Yap, Chairman Figure.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, all four states voted for the reconsideration of the said bill.
Okay, the reconsideration motion is adopted. We are now reconsidering CP number 21-353. Okay. Back in session. We now have CP number 21-353 on the bill calendar again. Okay, Chief Clerk, with the title.
CP number 21-353 Is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 20-178 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 21-01, 21-07, 21-36, 21-53, 21-56, 21-102, 21-115, 21-137, 21-165, 21-178, 21-200, and 21-218 by amending Sections 4 and 6 thereof to change the use and allotee of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Lone Pay State and for other purposes.
First.
Mr. Speaker,
Okay, short recess,
Speaker.
call of the chair. So we'll come back and I'll recognize Senator Christian. Congress back in session. Yes, Senator Christian.
I move that we defer the bill to tomorrow's calendar.
Moved and seconded that CP number 21-353 be deferred to tomorrow's calendar. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. CP number 21-353 has been deferred to tomorrow's session. Okay. Next bill.
There are no more bills, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, short recess, subject to call of the chair. Let's go back. Congress is back in session. If there will be no objection, we will now move back to our order of the day, item 14, standing committee reports. Chief Clerk. And we
Thank
have
you,
now
Mr. Speaker.
a waiting list.
Yes, for item 14, standing committee reports, we have an awaiting list number 21-45 for standing committee reports awaiting the 24 hours requirement.
Okay. Chairman Figueroa, do you have any motion?
Move, sir, for short recess, Speaker.
Short recess, subject to call of the chair.
So let's move on.
Let's move.
Congress is back in session. Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to place Congress Standing Committee report on the Standing Committee report for action. That is Standing Committee Report Number 21-74.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that Standing Committee Report number 21-74 be placed on the Standing Committee Report calendar for action. For Leader Harper.
Thank you, Speaker. Move to suspend the rule that requires 24 hours period requirements before we can act on any report.
Okay.
Second.
And second, it has been moved and seconded that the relevant rules, specifically the rules requiring a 24-hour waiting period for reports before it's considered be suspended. Those in favor of that motion say aye. Opposed? Motion carried. The relevant rules are now suspended. So let's vote on the motion. Those in favor of placing Standing Committee Report number 21-74 on the Standing Committee Reports calendar for action, say aye.
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 Nay. Motion carried. The motion is adopted. The Standing Committee Report 21-74 is placed on the Standing Committee Report for action. So, Chairman Figueroa, motion for adoption.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to place Congress
Right.
Standing Committee Report Number 21. I move for the adoption of Standing Committee Report Number 21-74 for adoption.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that Congress adopt Standing Committee Report number 21-74. Discussion. Any
Speaker.
discussion? Yes, Chairman Figueroa.
I just want to summarize the report, that the report is reporting on what on the supplemental budget as was discussed by the committee, by your committee on Ways and Means on Friday, and the staff and I work on it on Saturday, and therefore the staff needs a raise, and I do need a raise too for working extra on this supplemental budget. And we're merely reporting in favor of what, in supporting the supplemental budget to finish off the year for the national budget and programs. And I so move again for the previous question.
Second.
Here. Sorry, Judge.
Progress subject to call of the chair. Leader?
Yeah, thank you, Speaker.
Okay, so let's go back. There's already a motion for previous question, which was seconded. So let's go back. Congress back in session. We have a motion on the floor that was seconded for the previous question. There's no objection to that. So we will vote on the adoption of the standing committee report. Those in favor of it, say aye.
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 Motion carried. Standing committee report number 21-74 is adopted by Congress. Next report, Chief Clerk.
There are no more reports, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. If
Mr.
there's no-
Speaker, Mr. Speaker,
Who's that? Yes,
What bill?
let's go back down to the appeal
Speaker, let's
calendar.
go back. If you can recognize me first.
Yes, we will now, if there's an objection, we will go back to appeal calendar since we just adopted the standing committee report. So let's go back down to the appeal
Yes,
calendar.
Speaker.
Okay, first bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The first bill that is currently under the bill calendar now is CP number 211-3594 for first reading. CP number 211-359 is a bill for an act to amend sections 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12 of Public Law number 211-185 as amended by Public Law number 211-210 to appropriate $7,648,555 of additional funds from the General Fund of the Federated States of Micronesia for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2021 to provide supplemental funding for the operations of the national government agencies, boards, authorities, and commissions, National Election Commission, grants, subsidies, and contributions, capital and human resources development to raise the employment ceiling, to change the allotee of certain funds, and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
I move that Congress passes on first reading Congress Bill number 21-359.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CP number 21-359. Discussion. Any discussion on the bill? If none, there's no
Here.
objection. Discussion is, yes, who's that? Who's that?
Speaker, Floor Leader.
Florida? Yeah, just kind of raise your.
Uh, please,
I'm sorry? You're breaking up.
I'm asking for another short recess.
Okay, short recess. is back in session, so there's no further discussion on the
Question.
bill. We will now vote by roll of members. Chief Clerk, roll call.
For first reading of CB number 21-359, Senator Aritos,
Yes.
Senator Christian, Senator Figuer,
Yes.
Senator Colan,
Yes.
Floor Leader Harper, Floor Leader Harper, Senator Conman,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Moses, Senator Net, Senator Palug, Senator Berman,
Yes.
Senator Romalo, Senator Urusumal, Senator Wali,
Yes.
Speaker Semina.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, 12 members voted for the said bill.
Okay, for that reason, CP number 21-359 has passed Congress on first reading. Next bill.
Speaker.
There are no
Yes.
more bills, Mr. Speaker.
John Berman, you have the floor.
Thank you, Speaker. On behalf of everybody, would like to withdraw and place 21-350 into our bill calendar for today.
Second.
That's been moved and seconded that CP number 21-350 be withdrawn and placed on the bill calendar for first reading action. Uh, Those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Nay. Motion carried. CP number 21-350 has been withdrawn from committee and placed on the bill calendar for first reading action. Okay, Chief Clerk, short recess to call up adjourn. reading. Okay, so let's go back. Conference is back in session. We already placed CP number 21-350. So, Chief Clerk, read the title.
For more bills, Mr. Speaker, under the bill calendar, we now have CB number 21-350 for first reading.
Go ahead. Read the title.
CP number 21-350 is a bill for an act to appropriate the sum of $2,800,000 from the general fund of the Federated States of Micronesia for the fiscal year ending September 30th, 2021, for the purpose of funding priority infrastructure projects and other public projects and social programs for the people of Yap, Koshai, Pohnpei, and Chuk states and for other purposes.
Okay. Chairman Figueroa.
Motion for passage on first reading.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Any second? It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CP number 21-350. Discussion. Any discussion on the bill?
Speaker,
None? Yes, Florida Harbor.
I'm not objecting the bill, but I just want to know whether we still have revenue to accommodate that.
Okay, Chairman Figueroa, do we have revenue for the new public project bill?
Yes, we do, and that's why our staff work very hard to make sure that we accommodate that.
Okay. So there it is.
So,
We have,
May I just know how much is given to each region in the states?
okay,
Short recess.
short recess, subject to call of the chair. Okay?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so let's go back. Congress is back in session. We're discussing the bill, CB number 21-350. Any further discussion on the bill?
Question.
Question is being called for. If there's no objection, we will now vote by roll call of members, first reading. Chief Clerk?
Senator Aritos,
Yes.
Senator Christian, Senator Figueroa,
Yes.
Senator Colon,
Yes.
Floor Leader Harper,
Sorry, no, at this time.
Senator Conman,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Moses, Senator Net, Senator Padlock, Senator Berman,
Yes.
Senator Romolo,
Amen.
Senator Urusamal, Senator Wali,
Yes.
Speaker Simona,
Yes. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, among the 12 members that are best present, we have 11 members that voted for and 1 against.
Okay, for that reason, CP number 21-350 has passed Congress on first reading. Next bill.
There are no more bills, Mr. Speaker.
Speaker.
Okay, Chairman Berman, you have the floor.
Thank you, Speaker. Motion to withdraw and place the following CB 346, 356, 358. So move.
Second.
Has been moved and seconded that CP number 21-346, 21-356, and 21-358 be withdrawn from committee and placed on the bill calendar for first reading action. The relevant rules are still suspended at this point. So let's vote on that motion. Those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Those bills 21-346, 21-356, and 21-358 are withdrawn from committees and placed on the bill calendar for first reading action. Okay, Chief Clerk. First bill.
Third recess, Speaker.
Vote recess subject to power of the chair. Congress is back in session. Chief Clerk, first bill.
The first bill currently under the bill calendar now is CB number 21-3464, first reading. CB number 21-346 is a bill for an act to further amend public law number 18-70 as amended by public laws numbers 18-98, 18-112, 18-122, 19-07, 19-24, 19-41, 19-52, 19-73, 19-82, 19-101, 19-114, 19-139, 20-07, 20-16, 20-36, 20-52, 20-84, 21-15, 21-113, 21-123, 21-175, 21-192, and 21-208 by amending Section 2 thereof to change the use of certain funds previously appropriated therein for the purpose of funding public projects and social programs for the people of Yap State and for other purposes.
Okay, Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passes on first reading, the said bill.
Second.
It has been moved and
Second.
seconded. Congress pass on first reading, CB number 21-346. Okay, any discussion? Discussion on the bill?
Question.
If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote by roll call of members. First reading. Chief Clerk?
Senator Aritos, Senator Christian, Senator Figueroa,
Yes.
Senator Colon,
Yes.
Floor Leader Harper,
Oy.
Senator Gunman, Vice
Aye.
Speaker Moses, Senator Ned, Senator Berman, Senator Padlik, Senator Romalo,
Seven.
Senator Urusmal, Senator Wali,
Yes.
Speaker Simina.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, 12 members voted for the said bill.
CB number 21-346 has passed Congress on first reading. Next bill.
The next bill is CB number 21-356 for first reading. CB number 21-356 is a bill for an act to further amend public law number 20-31 as amended by public laws numbers 20-41, 20-51, 20-77, 20-113, 21-24, 21-45, 21-83, 21-101, 21-133, and 21-204 by amending Section 5 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Chuk State and for other purposes.
Okay, Chairman Figueroa.
Move for the passes of the bill on first reading.
Second.
Moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading, CP number 21-356. Discussion? Any discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So we will vote by roll call of members. First reading. Chief Clerk?
Senator Aritos,
Yes.
Senator Christian, Senator Figueroa,
Yes.
Senator Colon,
Yes.
Floor Leader Harper,
Oy.
Senator Gunman,
Aye.
Vice Speaker Moses, Senator Ned, Senator Padlik, Senator Berman, Senator Romalo,
Seven.
Senator Urusamal, Senator Wali,
Yes.
Speaker Simina.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, 12 members voted for.
Okay, for that reason, CP number 21-356 has passed Congress on first reading. Next bill.
The next and last bill currently under the bill calendar is CB number 21-358 for first reading. CB number 21-358 is a bill for an act to amend Section 163 of Title 52 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia, annotated, as amended to set a minimum and raise the limit on the professional premium to specify who determines the amount of professional premium and for other purposes.
Okay, Chairman Romulo.
So, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess subject to clause. Congress is back in session. So Chairman Romano.
Motion for adoption of the said bill.
Yes, moved and Congress pass on first reading CP number 21-358. Discussion. Discussion.
Speaker.
Yes, Floor Leader Arbor.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just to enlighten myself. So, if the professional people are going to get that premium, how much will that be? Like if Lam is getting 40,000, how much more will he get out of that premium?
Well, for the LC, he's an exempt employee, so it's not entitled to professional premium. But this applies to, for example, our professional staff attorneys who are, eligible as professionals, and they will get not more than 150% of the. That's the cap that Chairman Fikir wanted in. So the professional premium will be set not to more than 150% of their base salary. So that will at least accommodate some increase. And I think in the testimony by our budget officer, this means that the increase will be around 10 to 11 million, depending on the actual base that they're getting. Right now, they're getting 24 or 25. So this 150%, if they go up that much, will be around 50. So that's what they will be getting.
Mr. Speaker,
Okay, so only those that are not unexempt are eligible for that premium?
Right now, those who are entitled to professional premiums and who are not exempt, who are under our public service system, will be entitled to this. Or as that is what the rule is right now. They are the only ones entitled to it.
But I thought we were talking about making our staff attorneys to be on exempt, to be able to increase their salaries.
Exactly. That's why trigger is subject to the Okay, so let's go back.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Congress is back in session. We're still discussing the bill 358. Any further discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So we will vote by roll call of members, first reading. Secretary?
Senator Aritas,
Yes.
Senator Christian,
No,
Senator Figueroa,
Yes.
Senator Colon, Floor Leader Harper,
If Suda is entitled to premium, yes.
Chief Clerk, I'm here.
Senator
Yes.
Colon,
Yes.
Senator Conman, Senator Conman,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Moses, Vice Speaker Moses, Senator Nat, Senator Paluk, Senator Berman, Senator Berman, Senator Bamalo,
Hey, man.
Senator Urusamal, Senator Wali,
No.
Speaker Semina,
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, among the 12 members that are present, 10 members voted for and 2 against.
For that reason, CP number 21-358 has passed Congress on first reading. Next bill.
There are no more bills, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess subject to call of the chair.
Speaker, can we,
Okay. Congress is back in session. We're now, if there's no objection, we go down to item 19, resolution calendar.
Point of privilege, Mr. Speaker.
State your point. Who's that? Floor leader?
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise on a point of privilege to let the Congress that my beloved wife is sitting with me now, observing and listening to our Zoom. Thank you, Mr.
Oh, we
Speaker.
need to see her to acknowledge her. We cannot acknowledge her if she's not. Okay, let's give her a round of applause. Hello, Miriam,
Thank
how are
you.
you? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Speaker, and thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Floor Leader, for that. That's good. Okay, if there's no question, first resolution, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, item 19, resolution calendar. We currently do not have any resolutions.
Short recess. Short recess, subject to call of the chair. Okay, let's go back. Congress is back in session. We're still on the resolution calendar. Chairman Figure,
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move to place Congress Resolution number 21-234, 21-235, and 21-239 on the resolution calendar for action.
and a second.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that
Second.
resolution number 21-234, 21-235, and 21-239 be placed on the resolution calendar for actions. The relevant rules are still suspended up to this point, so let's vote. Those in favor of the motion, say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Resolutions
Aye.
number 21-234 and 21-235 and 21-239 are placed on the resolution calendar for action. First resolution, Chief Clerk. And short recess subject to call of the chair. start on the first one. Okay? Congress is back in session. Chief Clerk, first resolution.
The first resolution under the resolution calendar is CR number 21-234 for adoption. CR number 21-234 is a resolution expressing the sincere condolences and sadness of the 21st Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia to the family of the late Chief Clerk of the Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia, Mrs. Luiana Ramon Yoanes, at her passing on December 3rd, 2020 at the age of 60.
Okay, Floor Leader Harbor.
So, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker,
Subject to call of the chair. This resolution. Congress is back in session. Chairman Perman, to the honor of motion.
I'll yield the floor to Senator Christian.
Senator Christian, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, I don't have a copy of the resolution in front of me, but there was a place where it says at the age of 60, and would ask the staff to please delete that.
Okay, do the motion for adoption, then we can,
I move that all of us, the members of Congress, pass this resolution.
Second.
it's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution 21-234. Discussion. Any discussion? Chief Clerk, take note of the technical correction pointed out by Senator Christian in the title. Okay. Any other discussion? None. There's no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of adoption of resolution 21-234, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Said resolution is adopted by Congress with the technical corrections to be made. Okay. Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
The next resolution is CR number 21-235 for adoption. CR number 21-235 is a resolution expressing the sincere condolences and sadness of the 21st Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia to the family of the late John T. Saul at his passing on December 26, 2020.
Okay,
Speaker.
delegation.
I so move for its adoption.
Second.
Has been moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 21-235. Okay, discussion on the resolution. If any discussion? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of adoption of resolution number 21-235, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Resolution number 21-235 is adopted by Congress. Okay, next resolution.
The next and the last resolution currently under the resolution calendar is Congressional Resolution number 21-239 for adoption. CR number 21-239 is a resolution expressing the sincere condolences and sadness of the 21st Congress of the Federated States of Micronesia to the family of the late Honorable Chief Ramon Bayel, his passing on December 29, 2020 at the age of 71.
Okay, Chairman Fakir,
I move for the adoption of Congress Resolution number 21-239.
Second.
okay, it's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 21-239. Take note, staff, of the same concern that was raised by Senator Christian with regards to the previous, at the last phrase, at the age of 71. Okay, make sure that that's technically corrected. Okay, any further discussion on the resolution 21-239?
Speaker,
Yes, Chairman Berman.
thank you very much, Speaker. I would like to make a motion for us to stand in recess till...
Short recess.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll take that back. Sorry.
Short recess. We're still discussing. Congress is back in session. Any further discussion on resolution 21-239? If none, there's no objection. Discussion is closed. So let's vote. Those in favor of adoption of resolution 21-239, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carried. Resolution number 21-231 is adopted by Congress. Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
There are no more resolutions,
Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Speaker,
Speaker, me
Who's
first.
that? Oh, what's that? Oh, Chairman Fakir.
Moneyman.
Yeah, I move to withdraw Congress Resolution 21-37 from your Committee on Ways and Means and put on the resolution calendar for action.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that resolution 21-37 be withdrawn. 230, is it 337?
Yes,
237.
337 be withdrawn from committee and placed on the resolution calendar for action. Okay, the relevant rules are still suspended. So those in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Resolution number 21-337 is placed, withdrawn, and placed on the resolution calendar for action. Okay, Chief Clerk. Read the title. Short recess to call of the chair. Chief Clerk, read the title.
For more resolutions, we now have CR number 21-237 for adoption. CR number 21-237 is a resolution approving and accepting a grant in the amount of $6 million from the Asian Development Bank, or the ATP, giving funding to the Federated States of Micronesia under the Pacific Disaster Resilience Program, Phase 3, including all the terms and conditions of the assistance.
Okay, Chairman Fakir.
I move for the adoption of the resolution, resolution
Second.
number 21-37.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded that Congress adopt resolution number 21-237. Discussion?
Speaker,
Yes, Floor Leader Albert?
I know this is a very silly and stupid question, but anyway, I want to raise it. Will that kind of money be able to accommodate all the disaster claims that were never paid during the previous disaster, the previous typhoon?
Okay, so fair enough question. Chairman Figueroa? What's the...
I believe there's no amount of money that may be able to accommodate all the disasters. This area is prone to disasters, but it can certainly help.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just raising this question because, during the previous typhoons, people from disaster at our national government and Duke State went out to the outer islands and even within the lagoon, and they took their applications, and yet they were approved but never been paid. So I'm trying to find a way, if there is a way we can help these kind of people who have been denied their claim in the previous disaster.
Yes, I think you will have to consult with DAEF and finance, because this Pacific Disaster Resilience Program, which is a phase 3 program, has some terms and conditions which we must meet, but I'm not sure whether those terms and conditions would accommodate your concern for later. So we have to, yeah.
Well,
So may I just
Speaker,
kindly ask Chairman Coleman to, call a oversight hearing with this appropriate department?
Okay, well, we'll see first. Who was that? Who wanted to say something? Vice Speaker Moses or? What?
Speaker, no, I'm just saying that
Oh,
what is phase 3? I mean, I think that's the word that we need to find out. When it's a Pacific Disaster Resilience Program, phase 3. So what's phase 3?
well, I don't know. Maybe that we already are on the verge of adopting it, so it's it's up to Chairman Figueroa. We're already. I think it's not something different from the previous ones, which just used for, and I think this one will be, more focused on this pandemic, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's move on. Move for the
Yeah,
previous
okay.
question.
Yeah. So there's no further discussion. There's no objection. Discussion is closed. So we will vote. Those in favor of adoption of resolution number 21-237, say aye. Opposed, nay. Motion carried. Resolution number 21-237 is adopted by Congress. Next resolution, Chief Clerk.
There are no more resolutions,
Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
Okay, Chairman.
If
Furman.
I may, like to motion
Second.
to stand in recess till tomorrow at 10 a.m. Speaker time.
Second.
Okay, it has been moved and seconded that Congress stand in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning, true time. Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nay. Motion carried. Congress now stands in recess until tomorrow at 10 in the morning, true time.